Hello everyone, today we are going to meet the new tool of Adobe, which is Adobe XD, and I was waiting for a long time for few features they introduced just now in XD, and now I'm going to show you some of the great features of it. And they are Adobe team, they are working monthly on these and releasing each feature monthly on the basis of voting from different UI designers and user experience designers from all over the world. Okay, so this is Adobe XD. I'm right now on Windows. There are just few minor differences within the Mac version and Windows version, but they are almost similar. Okay, now I'm going to show you some of the great and cool features of XD and why you should use it as a design, wireframe and prototype tool in your user experience design workflow or your UI design workflow. Okay, now why these three tools, Photoshop, Sketch and Adobe XD, they are great for UI design or user experience design? Because Apple iOS latest version, they are producing their graphics in these three formats. Okay, so right now they are supporting Photoshop, Sketch and Adobe XD. And if you look at the file sizes, the Adobe XD file size is the smallest. It is 18.9 MB. So you can say it is very close to Sketch file size. So its file size is very small. Okay, so this is a very big plus point because you can create like hundreds of different artboards in it. Okay, so different screens, maybe hundreds or 20 or 30 different screens, and your file size will still be small. Okay, so it is easier to share. One of the great features of Adobe XD is its repeat grid. Now what repeat grid is that you create your design element once and you are going to repeat it by making a grid. Okay, you can see in this design example which we are going to create at the end of this course, you can see this is a repeat grid. So if I try to shorten it, you can see it is removing all the other these content templates over here. Okay, so it is removing these. Okay, so you can extend your grid in this direction and in the vertical direction, both of these directions, and it is going to multiply your single content, and you can change it, you can edit it, and you can do whatever you want to do it, and it will remain a group. Okay, so this is very great feature to create or generate content instantly. Okay, so you don't need to generate everything again and again. You can see over here these are duplicates. Okay, child protection, training. Okay, then we have another feature which is called prototyping. You can link all the screen. You can see over here is a section prototype, and you can view the prototype on your desktop. You can see over here is a prototype. This is a great feature because in user experience design you need to test your prototypes with your users. You need to see how users are going to really use this, whether this button is enough for their thumb or whether it is missing their thumb. Okay, so all kind of these things, whether the spacing between these two elements is in good enough that the user is not tapping on this one and opening this one. Okay, so these are some great features of Adobe XD, and we are going to cover a lot of things in it. Okay, also you can mobile preview your these prototypes. You can view them directly on your mobile, your user's mobile. Also you can share the design specs. Okay, let me show you the design specs. Here we have the design specs of the same project, and you can see if I go to any of these, it is showing me that this screen is linked to this one. So if I go to this one, okay, so it is showing all the colors used on this artboard along with all the character styles. So if I click on any of these items, it is going to show the details of that. What is the width and height of this item? What is the distance between these two items? Okay, so 16 points. So all these things, colors, roundness, this is the roundness of this button. Okay, rounded corners, and it is showing also other effects like shadow and this stuff. Okay, so this is very handy. It is right now in beta, design specs beta. They are trying to improve it further, and I hope it is going to be a great feature in the near future. Okay. Okay, now back to Adobe XD. Few more features which I really love is this symbol library. You can see assets. I can add all the colors I have used, all the different text styles and styles I have used. Then the symbols is actually the reusable element. You can create one symbol and you can multiply it or use it on any screen. And if I edit any of the symbols, you can see over here, right now we are in prototype mode. So here we have a symbol. Okay, so this is a symbol, and if I try to change the color of the symbol, you can see it is changed all across different artboards in the whole design. Wherever I have used this symbol, it is going to be changed. So this is a great feature. You can instantly change anything on your any artboard. If it's a symbol, it is going to be updated on all the artboards. So this side is basically in the style guides we normally use to create in another softwares or anything in Zeplin, or if you have watched my other courses, you know what style guides are. They are basically the styling, coloring and typographic guides for using different font sizes, different colors, and how they are going to be used in our design. Okay, so these are all the great features of XD, and I will show you a lot of detail and how we can quickly generate these designs in XD. In the real world situations, creating designs with a lot of speed is really necessary. You want to show your prototype or your working app demo to your client or your user, and you want it to do it instantly within 2 hours or 3 hours or maybe 4 hours. I think this kind of designs with these many screens, like 8 or 9 screens, I think you can do it in just 2 hours. And also you can share your prototypes. You can see over here, publish prototype. Okay, you can share your prototype link to any of your customer or client on the instant, and they can view it on their devices. Okay, now in the next lesson I'm going to show you how to download it and how to purchase this software if you really want to purchase it. But right now, if you're learning, you just need to download the trial version. Okay, so let's move on to the next lesson.